What up, though? And welcome back to Reel's Reactions. I also have another YouTube channel called Old School Hip Hop Head Reel Reacts, and on that YouTube channel, I'm reacting to everything besides for golden era hip hop. So if you're ever in the mood to watch me react to something besides for old school hip hop, all you have to do is go to the link that I'm gonna put in the description of this video. Alright, man. So today's reaction is a subscriber request. In fact, it's one of the Reel's Reactions Mount Rushmore members. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that boy DJ M Sup for this request. This is Parallax, Don't Mean Jack. As y'all know, the other members of the Mount Rushmore are Daco Willens and AT. And the reason that these guys are on the Mount Rushmore of Reel's Reactions is because since I started this channel, they've been feeding me indie hip hop bangers that I have never heard of in my life. And them motherfuckers been fire, you know what I'm saying? I mean, them dudes right now, they batting like 85-90% with me as far as the requests that they give me and how dope them shits be. And it's always people I've never heard of, because they usually be like regional, you know what I mean, but they've been from all different parts of the country. But the majority have been like from the East Coast, which is the shit I love anyway. So that's why they are on the Reel's Reactions Mount Rushmore, you know what I'm saying? So let's get to this. This is Parallax, Don't Mean Jack. Bleeding Hate, never heard that song before. So I don't know who this guy is. What year did this come out? In a description it said 2011, which wouldn't be the golden era to me. Yo, DJ M Sup, I want your opinion, or you tell me like what years you think the golden era was, yo. Because I was having trouble when I first started the reaction. I'm like, when is the cutoff line? You know what I mean? Like, I can't really think of the cutoff line. I guess it would be Hard Knock Life. You know what I'm saying? When Jay-Z came with the Hard Knock Life with the Annie beat, like, I felt like that was it. But anyway, man, yo, let's get to it.
Hey, yo, what's up, Shay Fabulous?
What's going on, A-Track? Chillin'?
Yeah, man, I'm coolin'.
Yo, I'm saying, man, we gotta come from under the rock and explain to these people what it's all about in the industry.
In the industry, but we're not in the industry.
Yo, we just gotta give them some type of reaction, you know what I'm saying?
My reaction, yo, this is my reaction.
Yo, word
Mass
up, man, let them know
vinyl.
what it's all about, kid.
Here's the story of a kid who tried to make a fast buck, yo, when the heat was on. So yo, Pete was gone, he would pick a verse from an unsigned artist on a mixtape. He was heartless and it was his trait to take a rhyme bad and then try to make it badder, but it would sound worse and only work in reverse. So he rehearsed the fake image to try to feed the day in order to be a megastar. And the label laid it up like it was candy and pumped some G's into videos cause he sucked the show.
Dog, since this is a reaction, I'm just gonna say what's on my mind. And I swear to God, yo, I started thinking about 50 Cent when he said this, taking a song with a nice beat and making it theirs or whatever, because that's what 50 did. You know what I'm saying? Back in like 89-ish, when Ice Cube first left NWA, he had a song, he did like a maxi cassette or whatever, LP, EP, whatever. It was like 6 fucking songs. You know what I mean? And it had Jackin' for Beats on there. And when I first heard it, I was like, this is the dopest shit I ever heard. Because he basically took every hot beat and he just fucking rapped over it, which is now we call like mixtapes or freestyles, you know what I'm saying? That's all 50 did. You know what I mean? After Ice Cube did it, nobody else was really doing it. And then 50, you know, after he got shut up and lost his deal or whatever, that nigga came back and just started rapping on other people's beats, probably because he ain't had no fucking money for production. And boom, there it is, you know what I mean? So I immediately started thinking about 50 when he was talking about this, man. So I'm going to back this up to the beginning and rock it from there.
Just gotta give them some type of reaction, you know what I'm saying?
My reaction, yo, this is my reaction.
Yo, word up, man, let them know what I'm saying, man. We gotta come from under the rock and explain to these people what it's all about in the industry.
In the industry, but we're not in the industry.
Yo, we just gotta give them some type of reaction, you know what I'm saying?
My reaction, yo, this is my reaction.
Yo, word up, man, let them know what it's all about, kid.
Here's the story of a kid who tried to make a fast buck, yo, when the heat was on. So yo, beat this con, he would pick a verse from an unsigned artist on a mixtape. He was heartless and it was his trait.
Okay.
Rhyme bad and then tried to make it fatter, but it would sound worse and only.
Okay, this nigga ain't talking about stealing beats. He talking about stealing verses. So if a nigga heard somebody spit a verse on a mixtape that sometimes wouldn't even leave the city that it was released in, you know what I'm saying? Then they would take it and they would spit that on their actual song. And people would be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? That nigga spitting. But nah, that ain't really his verse. Like he stole that from somebody off a mixtape. So alright, I'm following along.
Would pick a verse from an unsigned artist on a mixtape. He was heartless and it was his trait to take a rhyme bad and then try to make it fatter, but it would sound worse and only work in reverse. So he rehearsed the fake image to try to feed the name in order to be a megastar. And the label laid it up like it was candy and pumped some G's into videos cause he sucked the show. And
Damn.
he didn't understand the underground, but planned to make some quick ass dough, yo, off the ghetto. So the kids made noise but fell off, mainly due to the fact that skills were limited in nature.
Yep.
Soon after he was dropped off the label, a neighbor took a fly with some new fat material. It's ethereal that I came with mainly because I'm intertwined in the tale in a way. I'm the nigga on the tape who got copied, but yo, he was sloppy in the end it didn't pay. I got 7 more styles, so I don't sweat if niggas take one, cause I could write a rhyme, rip it up and write the next one. So I don't sweat if niggas.
That nigga say he got 7 more styles. I don't care if you take that one, nigga.
It's sloppy in the end it didn't pay. I got 7 more styles, so I don't sweat if niggas take one, cause I could write a rhyme, rip it up and write the next one. I could write the next one.
Cause he got real talent. Alright. Woo! That's hard. Who said that? Is that what's his name? God damn it, my man from Brand Noobs. He sound like either the dude from Brand Nubians or it sound like my nigga the Best Kept Secret. What's his name? Diamond D. Yeah, it sound like one of them two niggas right there. But anyway, yo, that was a dope verse, man. That was a dope verse. That nigga said, you know, he was the one who he was referring to in that whole story who got robbed. And the biggest example of that in real life is Carlos Mencia in the world of comedy. They said Carlos Mencia would go to the comedy club, or he was a big time act. He was like the headliner at that point. The headlining liner is the biggest nigga in the show. You know what I'm saying? It's like Chris Rock is a fucking headliner. So he was a headliner because he had a big TV show and all this and that. And like, so if he bought niggas on a road with him, or every time you go to a different city, like local niggas from that city, they go on stage before the headliner because you the last nigga to go up. Or even sometimes he would just go to like the Comedy Store or the Laugh Factory in LA and sit in the back with a fucking notepad or some shit like that, and he would be writing down niggas' jokes. So he'd be getting niggas' jokes from when he just sitting in the comedy club watching shows, and then when he was actually on tour with younger comedians and people in different towns we didn't know. So this nigga's getting mad material from everybody, just straight stealing they shit. And then they said like he would perform that shit right in front of them if they was there or whatever. Like he didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So that's a real life example of what my man is talking about. I haven't heard about anything like that happening in hip hop because hip hop is a competitive sport. And back in the day, in my day, like go listen to fucking Jesus, Only Built for Cuban Links. Ghost and Ray got a whole skit called Shark Niggas, where they going after Biggie because they saying he bit off of Nas's album cover. Niggas bit off of Nas shit, you know what I'm saying? So hip hop, that used to be frowned upon, but you know, in 2024, it don't matter at all. Niggas could say the exact same thing 20 other niggas have said, because that's how much plagiarism is going on. And then we got Aubrey, who got my nigga Quentin Miller over there in the OVO sweatshop, along with about 5 or 6 other niggas over there writing all these motherfucking hits for him. And people riding that shit off like, oh, it don't matter that he didn't write it because they couldn't perform it. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, man, back to it.
Now if you ever tried to wonder about the crooked day, you know who tried to promise that millions and he made him a star, he got a bonus. Just to get kids to take a fall, and all in all, his life was flowing. So one nigga just wasn't going out like that, and that was me, cause I'm aware of all the shady brothers in the industry who try to jerk you. So we had to do it on our own, only to overcome some obstacles before we're ever known. But yo, we're here now, and here is not where we plan to stay, we plan to...
Hold on, dog. That mountain, that A&R bar, and they put it in the motherfucking chorus right there. I'll point it out when we get to the next one. But that, in that fucking line, I think it was the Jizza on Protect Your Neck. That nigga said, who's your A&R? A mountain climber with an electric guitar? Because there was motherfuckers who didn't know shit about hip-hop. They ain't know shit about the streets. They ain't know shit about fucking the urban black community, the ghetto, the hoods where these niggas was coming from and rapping about, and they was they representation at the goddamn labels. You know what I'm saying? So man, that that shit will always ring in my head, man. Let me back it up. Right here.
Now if you ever tried to wonder about the crooked day, you know who tried to promise that millions and he made him a star, he got a bonus. Just to get kids to take a fall, and all in all, his life was flowing. So one nigga just wasn't going out like that, and that was me, cause I'm aware of all the shady brothers in the industry who try to jerk you. So we had to do it on our own, only to overcome some obstacles before we're ever known. But yo, we're here now, and here is not where we plan to stay, we plan to elevate to another level, another day. Anyway, yo, the moral of the story is to be original, or it's a catastrophe if you're asking me.
Word, say it again.
To be original, or the level, another day. Anyway, yo, the moral of the story is to be original, or it's a catastrophe if you're asking me, but you're not. I voice my opinion cause you're lacking importance, G. Plus your style is whack, so you don't mean jack to me. Don't mean jack to me.
Is that it?
Yo, A-Track, that was a fat story.
Yeah, man. That was my reaction. That was my story. That was everything rolled up into one.
Yo, word up, man. You explained it to the fullest. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I hope you brothers understand originality counts most, kid. Cause if you ain't original, you ain't nothing, man. You ain't jack. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do it up here in the Bronx, kid.
Okay, from the BX. The boogie down.
Yeah. Come on.
Makes sense.
Many regions up north.
All right, man. There it is. Another one from the Mount Rushmore. Alright, man, so yo, I forgot to say this after the first verse. That verse was so dope and it was powerful, you know what I mean? Because basically he told us how somebody heard one of his verses on the mixtape, stole it, basically took it to the record label and presented it like it was their original work. And the A&R, who probably already knew it was somebody's shit, ran with that, you know what I'm saying, pushed that at the label. They go on to put out the music or whatever, and then when it comes time for that artist to do it again, he can't because he ain't do it the first time. He stole that shit, you know what I mean? And later on he said how it didn't make a difference to him, you know what I'm saying? He already told us he got 7 different styles. Y'all niggas can have that one that y'all stole, because what he's saying is that he has real talent. So a dude with real talent is always going to be able to produce more original work. Whereas the dude who either plagiarizes or steals or has niggas in the OVO sweatshop writing for him, no names mentioned, like Aubrey, you know what I'm saying, Quentin Miller and the rest of them dudes. I said no names mentioned, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude when it's time to create a new one, ain't gonna be able to do it. Aubrey ain't got to worry about that because he got about $1 billion behind him. But that's besides the point. So yeah, man, here we go again. Another banger from a member of the Mount Rushmore of Rio's Reactions. This shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? And we heard this a lot back in the day, son. I don't know if they still talk about this. The shady music industry, yo. You know what I mean? A Tribe Called Quest, Q-Tip. He made a whole song about it. He got the famous line about that shit. What is it? Rule 1080. Record companies are shady. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yo. And we heard the Wu-Tang sample. They talked about it. You know what I mean? That was a common occurrence back in the day. So everybody thinks that the artists getting fucked now with these 360 deals. They've been getting fucked from way back when record labels began. You know what I mean? Alright, yo. Shout out to DJ M Sub for this joint. On to the next one. I'm out.